Hi guys, Luke here and welcome to another FIFA 19 Futties player review, and in this video guys I'm going to be reviewing the 92 rated Futties weekly objective. Benjamin Mendy, this card looks absolutely fantastic. I was able to get him for obviously for free by completing that objective where I had to get 6 assists using Premier League defenders. It was actually pretty easy to do in the end, and in the 4 games that I played with this Benjamin Mendy card, he didn't score me any goals or get me any assists, and he does also have a 3-star big forwards as well as 3-star skill moves. Moving along to his in-game stats, his main standout stats are going to be his 99 crossing, his 94 interceptions as well as his 92 dribbling, and finally his 94 stand tackle. And I did also have the Guardian chemistry star applied to this Mendy card. So once again, EA have been pretty awesome when it comes to the weekly objectives. I'm not going to review that Saints Justice card, where you have to go and play like online single matches using silver players. I'm not wasting my weekend doing that for a Neddevis player. Just absolutely no chance. But I've been trying to work towards this Mendy card now for a little bit of Saturday and Sunday, and yeah, it's not too hard to be able to get him. Just getting 6 assists with Premier League defenders. Thankfully, you don't have to actually win the games as well. So in the end, it wasn't too hard to get. But this is a fantastic card, and a lot of people might say, comparing themselves, thinking, you know, is this card better than 91 UEFA Europa League Marcos Alonso? I think on the whole, very similar. I think the one thing that I like a little bit more about Marcos Alonso is his finishing is a little bit better, but at the same time, Mendy's actually got insane finishing stats to an extent. First, he's got 39 volleys and 42 finishing, which is obviously terrible. Yeah, he's got 99 shot power, 82 long shots, and 89 attack positioning. I can't even ever recall him ever scoring for Manchester City, and to be quite honest, I think he spent most of his time at City actually injured. I remember Zinchenko was actually playing a lot more last season than Benjamin Mendy, and he might even fall out of favour again next season, to be quite honest. But when I've ever seen him play, I think he's actually a really quality player. Like at the start of the first season he came here, I think for the first 2 weeks he was amazing. But anyway, let's just forget about that. Let's talk about him, how he plays in FIFA. It's a fantastic card, and you should be doing him. I think it doesn't require much effort to go for, and he is definitely one of the top end game Premier League fullbacks, or just fullbacks in general. He really is. I think the one thing I like about this card more than Marcos Alonso is he feels a lot more smooth on the ball, a little bit more agile. He's got really good agility and decent balance compared to Marcos Alonso. I can't remember how Marcos Alonso's balance and agility actually is in terms of stat wise, but in game he does feel a little bit clunky. That's not the case with Benjamin Mendy, definitely not. But let's look through his main process. First one is going to be his pace, 87 acceleration, 96 sprint speed. He can bomb it down the left hand side if you want to go on the attack with him, because he does obviously have the 99 crossing as well as the 92 curve, but he's also very good at being able to backtrack. Yes, he's got a high attacking work rate, which a lot of people aren't going to really fancy for a fullback, but to be quite honest, he'd actually stick to his fullback position. He wouldn't really ever automatically move up by himself. Sometimes he would do that, and to be quite honest, I wouldn't really mind, to be quite honest, because he's got really good pace and stamina to be able to manually backtrack with him, but also I was able to manually move him off the pitch, and he felt pretty decent on the ball, and obviously that a really good pace meant that he was able to keep up with a lot of opposition attackers, and in general his pace just couldn't fault it. Very, very good for a fullback. His second pro as well will be his tackling with the Guardian chem style. His interceptions, marking, as well as his stand tackle and slide tackle all max out at 99, which is fantastic for a fullback. Very, very solid. I kept a clean sheet in a few of the games as well. I won 3 of the 4 games when using this Benjamin Mendy card. Been playing some good FIFA these past couple of days, which is obviously very good. And it was only in the last game that I kind of struggled with him a little bit, but it was only because I came up against a good player. But yeah, tackling wise, made quite a few each game. Very good on slide tackle as well as his stand tackle. So overall, couldn't fault his tackling, very good indeed. And then his final pro as well will be his strength. 90 strength, 85 aggression. He can more than bully players off the ball, which is really good for a fullback. There's no question about that. You see it in some of the clips as well, where he just like shrugs players off the ball and stuff. It really is impressive, to be quite honest, for a fullback. I think Marcos Alonso has also got similar stats in terms of strength wise. But yeah, Mendy's strength stats, again, very good. If I had to say, between the 2 cards, if I had to choose one that was maybe the better to start, I'd probably say Mendy, only because, you know, he feels a little bit better on the ball in terms of he's got a bit better balance and agility. Again, as I said, I don't know what Marcos Alonso's agility or balance was, but Mendy just feels a little bit better on the ball, which to me does make a difference at this stage of FIFA. Marcos Alonso's got better finishing stats and stuff, but for the most part, how often does a fullback score? It's very, very rare, and I think overall Mendy's probably just slightly the better polished card. That's not to say that Marcos Alonso's a bad card, because he certainly isn't. He's a top quality, another basically end game Premier League player, but if I was had to choose between the 2 of them, who I think is a better left back, I'd probably say Mendy just about is a tiny bit better, but honestly guys, there's nothing much in them, to be quite honest. Obviously Mendy's got the extra high rating and stuff, but overall between the 2 of them, I think I slightly prefer Mendy, but they're both still 2 quality cards. But anyway guys, that is going to finish off the video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys later.